Hi everyone, this is the video that's going to go along with narrative writing for this week. So while you are listening to this video, just like you did last week, please open up your narrative or look at the narrative essay document that's on there. It's a PowerPoint, and please follow along while I am chatting here. So I will split this video up into the 3 lessons, so when you're done this lesson, you'll go to the next video. So open up the PowerPoint, and it starts with Narrative Essay Writing Part 2. The next slide says, what did we learn last week? So last week we learned what a narrative essay is. We learned that it's a story about something that happened in your life. So we're not making stuff up. We're not, using characters from movies and books. We're talking about things that actually happened in our life. You did 2 quick writes, and you didn't have to focus on, essay format. It was just literally like get all your ideas out. We talked about how a narrative essay includes your intro, which is a hook and thesis, the body, and then the conclusion. And then you practice plotting stories on that story mountain or plot diagram. You did it for that story, Learning to Drive, and then you did it for the short film Pip. So today, we're going to start by picking your narrative essay topic, what you want to write about. So first, pick up one of the topics below. If you have an idea that's not one of these topics, that is fine too. These are just some suggestions. So a time you were embarrassed, a time you lost something, a time you felt really proud of yourself, a time you didn't get to do something that you really wanted to do, a favorite childhood memory, a memorable family experience, a time you did something nice for someone else. So think about what you're going to write about. So this is maybe where you want to pause the video because the next slide is going to be writing some notes about that event. So pause the video right now to think about something you want to write about. You might want to go ask your parents and see if they can give you some input because, yeah, they might have some good input. So if you can't think of something, go see if your family members could help you think of a topic. Okay, so now that you've unpaused the video, before we start any kind of writing, we're just going to do some pre-writing thoughts about why we picked this topic. So on your lined piece of paper, you'll write pre-writing at the top, and then you're going to answer these 4 questions. What event will you be describing? Why is this event important to you? Who are the people that are in the story? Where does the story take place? So I did an example on the next slide. Here's my example. What event will you be describing? The day my nephew Liam was born, last August. I'll start with finding out that my sister went into labor early, my parents and I rushing to the hospital and arriving there to see Liam for the very first time. Why is the event important to you? It's important because this is the first grandchild for my parents. It was the beginning of a new chapter for everybody. Who are the people that are in the story? My sister, her husband Chris, myself, my parents, and of course, baby Liam. I've also said the nurses of Lionsgate Hospital will probably come up in the story too. Where does the story take place? Mostly at the hospital. The beginning takes place at my parents' apartment because that's where we were when we found out that she had gone into labor early. So once you're done answering all these questions, that is it for the first lesson. This is all you need to do for today. The next slide is just a little reminder about narrative essays. So, you make sure it's about you with events told in order. So if you've just picked a topic that is not about you, it's about your neighbor and something your neighbor has gone through, it's not a personal narrative. Okay? So you can stop the video now, and that's the end of the first lesson. Feel free to keep going today, but you can just wait until the actual day that the next lesson happens, which is, I can't remember which day of the week, but you can pause the video now and finish narrative writing for the day or continue if you'd like to.